Hello everybody, it's HeroGamezFTW here, and we are going to be doing the update video for the newest version of the Legends mod, which is 4.2. So I hope you guys are ready and excited. This update is a pretty small update, but at the same time it comes with a lot of things that are kind of unique. So what this update adds in is 3 new characters, which is Green Arrow, Black Canary, and Daredevil, along with some alts and a few minor changes to some characters. I'm gonna first start off with the changes, which is some of this stuff right here, and show off the new alts. And yeah, also Dracula, I put it here because Dracula is now available to the public. So if you download the mod right now, Dracula is free. It's available for everyone. So hope you guys enjoy that with this new update. Remember, the update is in the description below. But the new characters Daredevil, Green Arrow, and Black Canary are only Patreon exclusive. That being said, that means that, for example, if you download the mod right now and are not a Patreon, you'll be able to put the suit on, but you won't be able to use the abilities for the simple fact that you are in the Patreon. And before, you weren't able to put on the suit at all, but then on server stuff and stuff, it would legitimately remove the suit. So that's why it's been changed. So I hope you guys enjoy this little update. So you'll be able to put the suit on, you just won't be able to do anything with it if you're not a Patreon. But if you are a Patreon, you will be able to, in fact, put the suit on and have a good time, you know? But for example, the new alts that were added are available for everyone. So everyone can put this on and have the abilities. So let's go over that real quick. So one of the few alts that's been added is the Season 5 Flash suit that I made. You know, he wears it in Season 5. This is how it looks like. Another fix for the Flash is that, in fact, the lightning's been altered. So now it doesn't have that annoying whatever it had before. Like right here, it was really annoying. But now it's fixed. The Flash render is fixed. Now it looks way better in my opinion. And something else has also been altered with the Flash. So let's say I spawn in a Sif, right? Wherever I put the spawn eggs, there we go. Game mode 0. I spawn in the Sif right here, and he's gonna start trying to attack me, right? Or not, or he just doesn't attack me. I'm gonna turn the master volume down. But okay, he's supposed to attack me, but let's say he doesn't attack me, okay? Oh, I think I know one. There we go, okay, because it was on peaceful. So he attacks me, right? But now if I put heightened perception, he won't be able to attack me at all. Because when you're in heightened perception, you're able to basically avoid all damage. That's why heightened perception's also been nerfed, to the sense that now when you're in heightened perception, it takes a while for heightened perception to wear off. And you can't use your special in heightened perception either. So let's say I try to use my special, I can't because I'm in heightened perception. But if I shift, get out of heightened perception, I use my special, then I can use my special. And now heightened perception also has a long cooldown, because in heightened perception you're immune to all damage and durability. So that's why it's a little OP, so that's why it has a long cooldown. That's basically what's been changed with the Flash. In my opinion, heightened perception is so much better, also known as slow motion. So much better, because now, before, if you tried to use heightened perception, you just get combated. Heightened perception was a nuisance. It was like you would not want heightened perception on, but now you do, because it has meaning to it. So yeah, guys, let's move on to the second thing, which oh wait, hold up, the boots. That's not the right boots. There we go. Okay, that was an accident. There we go. These are the right boots, but this is basically this Season 5 Flash suit that I made. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. And yeah, let's move on to the Season 6 Flash suit, which is the new one I made. Also new in the show. This is how the new one looks. This is how I made it. This is basically how it looks like in the show, Flash Season 6. And you know, that cool lightning that's been fixed, I love it. I personally love it. And you know, we have the slow motion right there to clearly see everything. I personally like how I modeled it. Hope you guys like it too. Everybody's able to use it, so not Patreons, non-Patreons, everyone can use it right now. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. This is basically how it looks like, and yeah, cool beans. Let's move on. Basically, the Flash suits as Season 5 and 6. We also have the Supergirl, Supergirl suit, not much has been changed with her. I mean, she also has heightened perception, which is this right here, see? And now I'm immune to all damage, but I can output damage because it also has long cooldown. Yeah, you can't even use your special when, you know, because, you know, that would be a little bit too OP. But now we have that, so it's fixed. And yeah, guys, shift to get out of it, and boom. So this is Supergirl Season 5, so I made this one as well because, you know, I made the other one, so why not this one? Goes along with like kind of like a crisis update. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. I based it off Kitso's original design, so, you know, not much new here, I guess. And yeah, basically the Season 5 Supergirl suit. Let's move on. So what we also have here is some fixes. Obviously, Dracula is now free to the public. That's the only thing I had to say about Dracula. Now, Thor Infinity War V2. I suggested this to Taiho, which is basically Stormbreaker now has a chance to cause bleeding, a 2% chance to cause bleeding. So basically, if I spawn a Sith, and he'll have a chance to cause bleeding. I'm not yet. It's a 2% chance, so it's not, you know, always percent chance, but basically I'll have a percent chance to cause bleeding, which is really useful, by the way. If I didn't mention that, it's really useful to cause bleeding because then you stack up on bleeding, and then they could take durability damage for 5 seconds or so if you cause them to, you know, cause bleeding. So yeah, guys, it's basically the new fix to Thor, which I think is really nifty. I suggested that to Taiho and he did it, which is awesome. Now, my favorite part about this update, the Spider-Man now has battle precognition, which is basically his spider sense. Because the spider sense is a precognition. So basically, spider sense is going to allow you to anticipate the person's moves. So for example, I spawn this guy and I hit H, which is basically going to deflect all damage given to me. You know, I'm not even tapping right now, but I'm basically like deflecting and stuff. And that's basically my spider sense telling me there's danger afoot, and going to basically for 10 seconds going to avoid all durability damage. As you can see right here, it's going to load up right here. It's going to take a long time because you're avoiding all durability damage. So yes, it is kind of OP in a sense. So that's why, just like the heightened perception, it has a long cooldown. So yeah, guys, that's basically what I gotta say about battle precognition, which is really nifty. I personally really like it. And yeah, I've been asking for this for a long time now, and Taiho's finally added it. So I am, as you can tell, really excited when he told me, Hero, I'll add it. But now I'm gonna have to work on December update. Like, I'm gonna have to model a lot of stuff for December update because, you know, everything comes with a price. So, you know, I can't do much about that, guys. But that's fine, that's fine. We got battle precognition, which is really useful for Spider-Man because that's his spider sense. So obviously this was a really good addition. Iron Spider also has this. So Iron Spider and Spider-Man, you know, all Peter Parker Spider-Man have it. Which is, so Spider-Man and Iron Spider have a huge, huge bump in power stats. So yeah, guys, let's move on. Let's move on to the next thing, which is there is a little fix to the. Now, if you guys want to craft regular concrete, you place the concrete powder right here, and if it has contact with water, it will basically turn into pure concrete, which is something Taiho added because it was really annoying before to just you know, like place the concrete powder in the crafting table and then place a water bucket or something like that. So that's been changed, that's been altered to this. So hope you guys enjoy that little fix there. And some other little fixes right here. Adjusted saber staff and dual wielding saber combat speed, increased Mark 6 through 20 repulsor cooldown, updated Fear Sense to able to detect hidden players, which is like through walls and stuff. Nerf lightning burst and micro projectile specials, which is special for Sif and Iron Man. Alright, but yeah, guys, it's basically some fixes. Now let's move on to the thing you guys have been waiting for this whole entire time, which is Green Arrow, Daredevil, and Black Canary. So first I'll go over Green Arrow, Black Canary, and then Daredevil. So Green Arrow, I modeled all the Green Arrow suits, and this is the comic suit. This is how the comic suit looks like. I'm not gonna go over this is how the bow for the comic suit looks like. I'm gonna go over this with the Season 4 suit because I personally really like, Season 5 suit I mean, because I personally really like how I made that. But first I'll just show off the alts and the comic suit. How the comic suit looks like, pretty cool, pretty cool. You know, I personally like it. I prefer the Season 5 suit though, but this one's really cool. The bow's been modeled by Proven, so big shout out to Proven on that. The rest was modeled by me, the suit and the arrows in general. So yeah, it's basically the Green Arrow comic. I'm not gonna use it, of course, because I prefer the other suits. But then we have Arrow Season 1, Arrow Season 2. Let's put on Season 1, which is basically just this right here. I modeled this one as well. This one has a Season 1 bow, unlike the Season 2 one. This one is going to have the Season 1 bow, and I made this model. Proven made the bow, of course, because the bow is awesome. Big shout out to Proven on the bows. He did all the bows. Big shout out to him on that. And this is basically how it looks like. I personally really like it. And yeah, this is Arrow Season 1. By the way, with the Arrow costumes, if you go into here and hit the armor key, which I set to period, set it to whatever you want, you can basically take the hood off and on. So if you just hit the key you set the armor key to, you can take the hood on and off. I think it's a really cool addition. I'm gonna put this away though. And the Season 2 is basically the Season 1, except it contains the mask that Kitso made the mask. And I just edited it because before he made it so he barely shows the eyes. So I fixed it because I don't know why Kitso did that, but I fixed it. So now the mask is better. And basically how it's going to be, if you hit period, it's going to take everything off and put it back on. That's basically how it works. And I like it. I think it's a cool idea. Except this time, the Season 2 is going to have the compound bow because that's how it is. So yeah, it's basically how it's going to be. You have the compound bow as so, and yeah. Let's move on to the Season 4 suit, because Season 3 is the same as Season 2 and 1. This is the Season 4 suit. I made this one as well. And basically it also has a compound bow. And I think I like how I made this one. Basically this is my armor, but if not, this will show the arm. And this is pretty cool. I personally like how I made it. I think it's probably one of my best if the Season 5 suit didn't exist. It'd probably be my favorite if the Season 5 suit didn't exist. But let's move on to the Season 5 suit, which in my opinion is my favorite, which is also V4 in the game. V4. This is a Season 5 suit. I personally like this one better. This is how I made it. So basically the whole arm is covered this time. He has a compound bow. And this is basically how it looks like. I personally like this way better than the other ones. Just my opinion, this is how I made it. And, you know, up to you guys if you guys like it or not. I personally really like it compared to the other ones. But up to you guys, tell me, which one's your favorite? Because my favorite is just my favorite. You know, I made them all, so it won't hurt my feelings if you guys say another one. And yeah, the compound bow was modeled by Proven, if I did not mention that already. He did a great job on it. I personally really like it. And yeah, this is my favorite. I'll be using this for the whole entire Green Arrow spotlight thing. Then we have the Season 8 suit, which is the new one. I made this one as well. This is basically how it looks like. He has a Season 1 bow because in the show he also uses the Season 1 bow. That's why he has the Season 1 bow here. I made it. I personally like the Season 5 suit and Season 4 suit better, but it's a pretty good addition, nevertheless. And yeah, basically how it looks like, and hope you guys like it. Yeah, basically how it looks like. Cool beans. Let's move on. There's also one more Green Arrow that I made that I like, but some people don't for some reason. I made the New 52 one. A lot of people don't like it. I personally like it. There is a lot of people who do like it though, that read the comics and stuff and know what it is. Because some people don't know what it is and are kind of confused, like, what is this? It looks like green barf. But I personally like it. I like how I made it. You know, it legitimately looks how it did in the comics. So I just blame the comic for making the suit, I guess. You know, this is basically the Green Arrow New 52. The bow is also altered from the comic. It's a little bit more green and black, rather as the comic one, which is green and green. And made by Proven. The bow was made by Proven as well. So, like textured because it's the same model of the comic one. But yeah, basically how it looks like. I personally really like this one, but some people don't, so I'm not going to use it. Even though it's probably one of my favorites that I've made. And yeah, you could also put the hood down if I didn't mention that already. But you can put the hood down for all of them. So yeah, let's move on. I'm going to put everything in here but the Season 5 suit because I'll be using that for the whole entire showcase. And there we go. Let's put on the Season 5 suit because it is my favorite. I hope it's your favorite too. If not, just comment down below which one you like. Obviously, I made them all. So you won't hurt my feelings, guys. You won't hurt my feelings. And yeah, let's move on. So let's go into Green Arrow. I'm gonna go over this quickly because there is going to be a Green Arrow showcase coming soon where I battle mobs and stuff, unlike this one. I might battle mobs, but this is mostly like an update video showing you guys what's new. So Oliver Queen is a tank, mostly because he has the ability to roll, which is ability 1. I'll get into that soon. He has 20 health, strength 8, speed 4, acrobatics 3, fortitude 3, mental defense 1, and it has stealth. He's a tier 3, by the way. And obviously ability 1 is going to be a roll, which is self-explanatory. So, and the reason why he's not a controller is because you can't, like, for example, if I was a controller, I wouldn't be able to roll right here because I have the bow out. And basically, you should always have the bow out. But if you don't, so that's why ability 1 is basically going to be the roll key for you. So that's why if you don't have the bow, then you can block. So it's just more convenient if he's a tank. So then he could also have like a roll ability, which I think is nifty. His ability 2 is going to be a bow bash. It's going to cause some bleeding damage. So for example, F, and it's going to cause some bleeding damage and kill him just like that. He also has combat, which is he fights with both hands like that, which is ability 3. Obviously self-explanatory. Ability 4 is going to be a double arrow. Basically, if I didn't tell you already, the equip ability is to equip the bow. And V ability 4 is going to be double arrow, so you'll be able to shoot double arrows. Pretty self-explanatory. I'll show it off as soon as it builds up. You know, that's basically what I got for that. Hold up, let's kill this dude with the bow. Is it built up? It is. Okay. So basically, the basic damage is 5 attack damage, right? But with the double arrow, it's going to be 10. It's going to amplify the damage, also durability count. So that's why it has a little cooldown right there. But yeah, pretty cool, guys. I like it. Let's move on. That's double arrow. Select arrow. So up here, it's going to tell you what current arrow you have selected. So right now, I have the normal arrow, which I can fire fast. I can fire this really fast because it's normal arrow. That's why it only does 5 attack damage, because you can spam this and do like a lot of durability in like next to no time at all. But if I hit G, which is ability 5, I can change it to an explosive arrow, which I can't spam that fast. I have to do something like that for it to work. Obviously, it's gonna blow up, and like I think you have to wait 5 seconds or so, and then blows up. But if you're like directly impact right there, it's gonna do 10 damage defaultly. Double arrow, it's gonna do like 20 damage right there, straight off the bat. So let's try to do that. That's 20 damage, and there we go. Hold up, no, sir, you are not escaping. Basically, how the explosive arrow works, you know, you can have some good little combos right there. Blow that up. Oh, I missed, I think. Blow that up right there. I can try to blow up the glowstone. I missed that. No, I didn't. There we go. I blew up that whole entire I blew this whole entire place up. I'm not even joking. Like the first time I had Green Arrow, I blew up this whole entire mansion by just going for the lights. For example, right there, going for the torches, and just like that, my aim should be on point because I just blew up all the torches. So I personally like it. You know, you can have some really cool aim right there. You know, because the explosive arrow also takes a little bit more time than normal arrow. The third arrow it has is a tear gas arrow, self-explanatory. It's gonna give you this little tear gas effect, and you know, it's gonna do that. And not much more I can say about that. You get a little blindness from that. Then he's going to have the fire arrow, which is basically going to burn your opponents. There we go. There we go. There we go. If double arrow is going to do 20 attack damage. Because that also takes some time to spawn. Oh, hold up. No, I don't want to battle Sith. No, please, I beg of you. See, it's because it takes a little bit of time. I think that's why it does a little bit more than normal arrow, because normal arrow you can spam. Now let's move on to the cryonic arrow, which is like it freezes them a little bit. It isn't going to put them in the whole ice cube because that'd be too OP. So it's going to slow them down a little bit. It's going to do about 5 attack damage or so. And hold up, let's double arrow it. And there we go, perfect. You can't spam it as fast as normal arrow either. And then we move on to the boxing glove arrow, which is going to do some knockback and 10 attack damage. As you can see, no, you are not running away from me. the prisoners run away from you when they're low. I think all mobs do that because they're smart. There we go. Okay, perfect. That's basically boxing glove arrow. I mean, I can have a nice little look at it right here. I modeled all the arrows. It's pretty hard to see. Hold up. I can try to put it through the glass. Yeah, you can't really tell that well. Hold up. There we go. I can't really look at it that well. Yeah, you can't really tell. I'm sorry, guys. Boxing glove arrow, and then back to normal arrow, which you can easily spam like that and have a lot of combos with the double arrow. It's OP. But yeah, guys, that's basically the select arrows. And then we go on to the bow, which obviously is just the equipped ability X. And then utility, which is the grapple arrow. So basically, if I hit H, it's going to switch my arrow to the grapple arrow. And we are basically going to start grappling like anybody's mighty person, hero, whatever. You can just grapple like that. Grapple to wherever you want. So I'm going to grapple right there, right? I'm going to grapple right there. Oh, I missed that. I missed that. I'll take that blame. I'll take that downfall. I'm gonna grapple right there because I can't even hit the freaking glowstone. And you know basically how it works. You have unlimited grapple arrows, so don't worry about running out. And there we go. You can do some really cool parkour and stuff is what I noticed. You know, you have the roll, and to get rid of the grapple arrow, you just hit the air like you just don't care. And here we go. Here we go. Oh, roll. That's why ability 1's really useful, because you can roll. Okay, my ability 1 wasn't loaded up. Also has a cool little animation is what I'm noticing. There you go, see? To grapple, it has that cool little animation like it does in the show. Roll and grapple. Okay, I don't really need to grapple right now. I'm gonna go down. But yeah, guys, that's basically the grapple arrow. That's what we do, and if you want to switch out of the grapple arrow, you just hit ability 5 and you go back to the normal arrow. Then we have the special. You have failed this city. That's right, guys. So if we go to the prisoner and we hit the special, oh no, I don't want to. So if I hit the special ability, you are basically going to be in a state where you can spam your arrows just like that. Like right now, I have no right there. See, like you get cryonic arrows and then you get the explosion arrows, unlimited of those. Basically, the special description is green arrow fires several hypocryonic arrows, completely freezing his target in place, followed by a barrage of highly charged explosive arrows. Pretty useful because you first of all you slow them down so they can't move, and then you spam them with explosive arrows. I personally like it. Smart on Tao's behalf. So right now the only add-on arrow is the kryptonite arrow, which you have to craft because it'd be OP if you had unlimited of those. So I actually have that right here. So the kryptonite arrow, to use this, I think you have to equip it. There you go. So you have to right click the kryptonite arrow to use it. And now I have the kryptonite arrow. It's going to do some of that right there. If you hit it straight to a Kryptonian, it's going to do a lot of durability to them. Or like, you know, basically stun them for a little bit because it's doing kryptonite damage to them, which is really bad. So yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with that. You see it has that little particle right there. That's all kryptonite, mate. If you're a kryptonite, you're screwed if you're going against green arrow for kryptonite arrow. As you can see, it also took away one kryptonite arrow because that's how it goes. And if you want to switch out of the kryptonite arrow, you just hit G. It's going to put it back to the normal arrow. Basically how that works, guys. I need me some steak. There we go. Let me eat some nice little steak here. And let's move on. That's basically Green Arrow, guys. Hope you guys like Green Arrow. I personally really like how Taiho did Green Arrow, and excited for the Archer Legacy eventually when more arrows are added with Hawkeye, for example. So yeah, guys, that's basically Green Arrow. You know, you have the explosive arrows right there. You can blow up anything you want. I personally really like it because you can be really precise with what you got. Some arrows take a little bit longer to charge up, and that's the really OP arrows, but that's fine. You know, hold up, let's do a fire arrow right there. And yeah, guys, that's basically Green Arrow. Let's move on to Black Canary because this is going on way too long. Black Canary. So let me actually put away this baloney stuff that I don't need. There we go. Black Canary OG Comics. This was also modeled by me. All the models in this update were modeled by me, besides the bows which were modeled by Proven. So big shout out to him on that. So this is basically Black Canary Comics, and this is how I made her. Let's show off her abilities now real quickly. because she'll also have like her own separate suit showcase. So she's a tier 3 defense medium. Her alter ego is Dinah Laurel Lance. Her class is a controller. Her health is 27, strength, speed 4, acrobatics 3, fortitude 1, and stealth. Now, Black Canary has an ability called Canary Cry. Now, this one's a pretty useful ability because obviously it's from the comics and stuff. So you're gonna have this cool little, little canary cry, I guess. And what we're going to do is we're gonna, it takes a little bit to charge up, but then you have this little thing that also does the little canary cry sound effect, which is pretty cool. Don't worry, that's not the only canary cry she has. Special is also a canary scream. The ability 2 is going to be a kickback flip, which is new, which is an animation thing right here. So if I do ability 2, it's going to backflip, do a kick backflip, and going to launch them in the air. I'm going to use my canary cry right here, and I just did the kick backflip, but he was already dead, so it didn't matter. So yeah, let's move on, guys. To combat. So obviously combat, self-explanatory. I'm not going to go over that. She also has a pounce, which is self-explanatory too, which is you do that. She also has a gas pellet, which she has in the comics, which is going to just shoot a gas pellet. She also has equip, which is a block for the normal comic and another comic one. But the CW alts actually have weapons, which I'll show off soon. Then she has pickpocket, self-explanatory, and the special is going to be the Canary Scream. Black Canary belows a powerful scream that stuns opponent, causing great injury to them in the process. So let's try this right here. Let's do this Canary Scream. It's going to go on for a longer period of time and basically going to do a lot of durability and damage to them. As you can see right there, I just took them both out. And now let's move on to the alts, because the alts have something different than Black Canary. Well, DCAU just looks different, so let's show off DCAU. Yeah, DCAU is the same thing from the DC Animated Universe, the DC Unlimited series. And yeah, basically how it looks like. I made this one too because I decided why not. Then we have, of course, the CW V1, which is basically Sarah Lance. And she's going to have a bow staff. It's basically just a bow staff, which, it's a bow staff, not much more I can say about that. And yeah, let's move on. Let's see here. What does CWV2 is going to have a police baton which inflicts blunt force trauma, which basically is going to, for a fact, kind of ground you. So per punch is going to ground you because it's exerting a blunt force. So, which is, I modeled the weapons for this, by the way, and this model right here, which this one's actually Laurel Lance from the CW show. So that's her. She has a the Canary Screams for the CW ones are different because they mostly have like a beam of Canary Cry, unlike the comic ones, which are more like circles. So yeah, basically the Canary Cries for the CW ones. Then we have the current Black Canary, which is Dinah Drake. So you have this one right here, and Canary Cry like so. Her weapon is a baton staff. I also modeled this, and what you guys won't be noticing is that this part right here disappears at times, and it's only going to be this. That's how I did the model. So sometimes you'll notice just that right there, which is pretty cool. You guys probably haven't noticed that. Basically a baton staff, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's basically Dinah Drake. And I personally really like it because, it's pretty dope. And yeah, guys, that's basically the Black Canaries. I made all the models for them. And I think they're pretty decent characters overall. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to deal with this. I'll put it right here because I don't care. Now let's move on to Daredevil. Daredevil is someone you've all been waiting for. I won't be able to show off the model unless I have a Steve stand. So let's put this on real quick and then show off the comic model. So the comic model looks like this. I made this one. A lot of you guys have been wondering about the yellow one. The modeling team did not want me to make the yellow one for some reason, so I guess we're stuck with the red one, which I like. I personally like it. So I made this one. He has the double D's right there. And yeah, so that's basically Daredevil comics. Now let's move on to what he really looks like. So once you have Daredevil comics on, you're going to notice your world looks a little different, and that's because you're blind. Let's get into his abilities and stuff. So his alter ego is Matt Murdock. He's a tank for the same reason Arrow is a tank, because his ability 1 is going to be a roll, and because when you have the batons out, you can't roll, you can block. So he's basically going to have double of what the thing is. Speed 4, he's acrobatics 3, fortitude 2, regeneration 1, radar sense, and stealth. He's gonna have the roll, he's gonna have the kickback flip, he's also gonna have combat, super uppercut, the scent tracker, self-explanatory. He's gonna have the billy clubs. So this is the billy clubs right here, which are basically the clubs. And yeah, not much more I can say about that. He has toggle baton mode. So right now, I can change. The utility is going to change the baton mode. So this is the nunchucks batons, which is basically, if you hit the baton mode, that's basically what it does. And then he has the grappling baton, which allows him to grapple. Self-explanatory, really. He's a really cool character. Let's do the kickback flip, just because I want to. And yeah, basically what it does. Can't say more about that. I personally really like it. And the billy clubs are going to allow for basically, I think this inflicts blunt force trauma and cripples the target. Blunt force trauma is gonna basically ground them and stuff. So per hit, it's gonna like ground you and stuff. I don't know what the cripples target. I'm sorry, I don't know what that really does, but I know it does something. But if the nunchucks are out, it grounds opponent and increases the range. So that basically that's what's gonna do. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. And yeah, guys, that's basically what I got to say about him. Now, to use a special, I recommend the billy clubs out, because it's basically going to make baton bash. So with his billy club out, Daredevil performs a powerful combo against his opponent, countering attacks while stunning them. And he's immune to fear toxin, by the way, which is pretty cool. But his weakness are sound-based attacks, so Black Canary and stuff. So with his billy club out, Daredevil performs a powerful combo. Right. So he's gonna stun them per hit and crap. So let's take out some sifs and stuff. / game mode 0, and let's use a special. And this dude just fell down here. That's all right. So right now I'm hitting without you doing anything. But that's basically what the special is gonna do. And it's pretty cool. I'm gonna use the nunchucks because I like the nunchucks better. Yeah, you see that range on the nunchucks? Actually, it's pretty far. And oh yeah, I love the nunchucks. I personally love the nunchucks, mate. Oh, you know what's so cool? The DDs stand out more when the logo stands out more and stuff when you're in the perspective. You also see through walls and stuff because of your scent and stuff, because that's how he is. He's blind. And basically how it's gonna perform. I'm gonna go up to this guy because I see you. I see you, mate. I see you because of my senses, my advanced senses. So obviously I have a double jump. And I'm gonna, oh, there we go. And basically that's Daredevil. Oh my god, the white is blinding me now. Oh my god, my eyes hurt. That's fine. Now we have the TV one that I modeled as well. Here we go. Let's put this on the stand. And basically this is how I made the TV one, which I personally like as well. Same thing. He has the baton, the nunchucks and stuff, which I personally like. And yeah, basically what I gotta say about that, guys, is basically the update. There's been a lot more fixes that's been added as well, which you can check when you go to the website Taio.com. You hit Legends, you hit Downloads. There's a change log. The change log tells you everything you need to know. I could go an hour on the bug fixes, but you guys don't really care about the bug fixes, do you? You just care about the content. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to become a Patreon, $5 a month. I personally think it's worth it because you get these cool little characters. Now, this was a small update. The December update is going to be way bigger, so I recommend December 1st you get the Patreon, so you don't have to. Because if you become Patreon right now, you have to spend $5 now and then $5 December 1st. So I recommend you become a Patreon December 1st, and basically that's just gonna work more in your favor, and then you have access to the December update as soon as it comes out. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and tell me, guys, which suit did you guys like more in this update? And tell me, what suit are you guys waiting for to be added? Like, I know a lot of people are waiting for Symbiote Spider-Man. Some are waiting for more Iron Man. Tell me what you guys are waiting for. I'm personally waiting for personally more Iron Man, and I think I don't know actually. I don't know. Tell me what you guys are waiting for. So yeah, guys, please subscribe and slap that like button like you never did before, guys. And yeah, make sure to also turn on notifications so you can get notified when new videos come out. Yeah, guys, see you guys next time. Hold up. Daredevil out.